Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we all doing today? How are we all doing? I hope all is well with you. So this morning, I would like to go through what we talked about yesterday. I told you, I promise you, that I will keep you updated based on the activities of the new celebration of on the fallback. All right, and Nkere have made his executive independence speech. Trying to address his citizens on the independent of fallback republic. You can see him here. He made this video yesterday, but very late hour, different time. So I have to bring it to you this morning. Yesterday we were live. We talked about it. I showed to you how they displayed old video from different liberation army, trying to let you know that this is their own army. And I asked some questions. If they are still with Nkere, like they want people to see them, that Nkere is the one in charge of taking care of the army and everything, what stopped them from bringing new video from the army? Now, yesterday Nkere was busy, busy doing what he knows how to do best. Anywhere they have any gathering that anybody can go there, he will go there just to see for people to see his face and take some pictures with Elias. I'm going to expose to you something that many of you may not have you may not have noticed it. But in this video, we are going to go through it. Please, before we go further, like the video and subscribe to the channel in case if you are new. This is Nkere holding the Biafran flag, right? And here he made a very short speech. He said to address his people and holding the Biafran flag. After speaking, put the flag back to your back and go to the function as a Nigerian. You may not believe me. Calm down. Yesterday, congressmen gathered to deliberate more about the Christian genocide going on in Nigeria. The Nkere and Sana Barawa's gang want to turn this thing as if Nkere and Elias, whom they are paying some money as lobbyists, they have achieved a very, very important thing yesterday. That's what they want you to believe. I'm not the one telling you this. I just want to quote what they want you to believe. That Nkere and Elias, their lobbyists, have done a very marvelous work to present Christian genocide to congressmen and women in USA, Washington D.C. Sorry, where the whole thing, the function was on and all that. Now, this is not something that has to do with any particular person. If you are free, if you have a chance, you can go there. As long as you are against, you have something to say. Maybe you want to hear the testimony, people talking about what their own encounter, the experience, and what they feel, what they know about Nigerian Christian genocide going on against Christians in Nigeria. People from Benue, Plateau, Christians, decided to, of course, they are the one that are championing it, just like many other people. There's a post that CS made few days ago before the independence that took place 29th November 2025. Before that, there's a post that she made where she talked about what Biafrans and people from that part of the world, their achievements so far, that everybody collectively have reported this genocide going on and persecution going on in Nigeria. She involved we talked about it here. She involved the people, because the truth is that people from Benue or Plateau cannot be the church that said that because of them, because of their reportage or because of their report, that is why U.S. government decided to designate Nigeria as a country of particular concern, or this genocide going on, that it is very clear, very obvious to everybody, that even some journalists are saying it, some influencers are saying it, some are against, like Bishop Kuka. This is what we are living in Israel, about positive and negative. I'm not going to go there whether genocide is on or not, but I want you to understand the lies from the camp of Nkere, compare it with other people. We are all human beings. We know the truth, and we can also tell you when lie comes. Like, this is lie, this is true. We have that, that God has made us to give us. God gave us that natural gift to be able to somehow, to some extent, to be able to identify truth and falsehood. Nkere, in other hands, want you to believe that they are the one making sure that this thing is going on. They don't mention other people. They want you to know that it's Elias, whom they are paying $10,000 allegedly every month, is the one that make it possible with their APM. Do you get it? Now, I want you to hear what he said while heading to that meeting gathering. And after this, we are going to go through other things. Now, watch.
Good morning and good afternoon, good evening, fellow citizens, Biafran people. Today is 2nd December 2025, and today also marks the first year of Biafra anniversary. Biafra was declared in Latin Finland December 2nd, 2024. So we are remembering the day we declared Biafra.
Now, he said that today marks anniversary of Biafra declaring their independence in Latin Finland on 2nd of December 2024. The question is, can you play a video of Biafra declaring their independence on 2nd of December 2024 and also play also another video of people, the grievances that lead to that declaration? Just play it. I asked this question yesterday, but I know that they're not going to answer this. But for the sake of you that are watching, to understand, to see through what they're doing behind the scene, the man that read the grievances, that claimed when they were together that, yo, I am the one that declared it because of reading grievances, he did not say it, but he added like. He does say it, but he added like he's in support of that lies. Where is the man today? With Imam Madam, no more with Nkere. I know Nkere is celebrating Biafran declared on 2nd of December. By who? Who declared it? Are you the one? Since you are the APM that is leading, why don't you? Why is it that you are not there to declare it? As a leader, you become a leader after somebody have took that decision, that risk. All of it. Oh, you realize now that, oh, I am the APM, I can change the document. Even at the time of declaring the Biafran independent, that convention, the document have already been changed by Nkere. He changed it before going to Finland. Can you imagine that? As what? As residential agent who you are, and somehow financial minister who you want to be. That move alone should justify the claim by Go247, who made it clear that Vision 555 revealed to him that Nkere told him, Vision 555, that he would like to be, at some point, he want to be prime minister. That one refused to, deny it publicly. He somehow massaged it and get away with it. But subsequent action and contract on the utterances of Nkere, you can see truly he said something like that. A man that went behind to change the document, he said to go to Finland, he flew himself to Finland, and he was there without stepping up to declare Biafra. Immediately after it was declared and pronounced, he realized that now I have to be the one piloting this affair. Why didn't he do that before declaration? When PM disappeared on social media, we was like, what is going on? Nobody knows what was going on. We could just rely on COS to tell us what was going on. She stepped up and made a very powerful broadcast that even the whole world, anybody that will know about the Biafra movement, tune in to hear that. Some Nigerian mainstream media carried it, like newspapers. Some begin to search, who is this woman? Searching her bio. The question is, do you actually think that Nkere don't know that that moment, somebody who should lead need to step up? What made him not to come up that time to tell you, Biafrans, I am your APM, I am potential leader? He did not do that because you understand that it requires a lot of energy and zeal to do that. But all of a sudden, he wants to be your leader. He wants to get it, direct you and everything. While watching this video again, I want to pay close attention to his body language. All right? I'm not going to interrupt him. I'm going to take it back in again. The volume is very slow, not from my end. Yes, not from my end, and it's from the video itself, because in my inner thoughts, you go to one. So, this place where he's made the video is close to the place where that meeting was held. He was there just for Photoshop and to deceive other people. But how to catch up with his lie is to balance the news, and that's what we're here for. I know why I start this video with this his speech, and I want to concentrate more. First thing first, put your device very close to your ear so you can hear what he's saying. It's not my fault. It's from the video. The sound is very, very low. I want to hear what he said, and at the same time, watch the body language. Focus. Look at his eyeball. You see how he's panicking and he's kind of shaking. Hear him as 8 p.m. They are 8 p.m. Independent State of the Nation.
Good morning and good afternoon, good evening, fellow citizens. Biafran people, today is 2nd December 2025, and today also marks the first year of Biafra anniversary. Biafra was declared in Latin Finland December 2nd, 2024. So we are remembering the day we declared Biafra. And in the near future, we are going to celebrate our independence. Now we are not celebrating because our land is not totally liberated, and because we have not totally regained our total sovereignty. So when the time for celebration comes, Biafra people will let Biafra know, and we are allowed to be over. We will all dance and rejoice in Biafra. And the trumpet and the sound of Nkere will be all over Biafra. And I'm here today in Washington, D.C. I'm at the capital of Washington, D.C., at the capital Washington Center, the center of the capital. And today, while we are celebrating, and today also there's a remarkable event going on in the capital here today.
Now, sorry, I promise I'm not going to stop you, but I have to, please. Just permit me. He said we are not celebrating independence because we have not actually secured our land. As in, what are you doing to secure it? Because the army that is supposed to show us that are securing it, it happened to be the old video, number one. Number two, he said that we are not celebrating. Then pay close attention. He said why we are celebrating. And then get it here. Just pay attention. Because I know if I did not say this, maybe some of us may not catch it. Watch.
Washington, D.C., the capital, Washington Center, the center of the capital. And today, while we are celebrating,
did you hear that? Today, while we are celebrating, after few seconds ago, we are not celebrating because we have not secured our land. Some of us, we are not celebrating. We will celebrate and dance in the street of Biafra. Copy. Want to copy about an American statement that when Biafra comes, we're going to dance and rejoice. So remember the American's prayer where he said something like that. That's where he got the initiative. But if you are in doubt, I'm going to take it back a little bit. Please bear with me so that you understand when I complain the lies and level of lies from these people. It will make more sense to you, because some of them say, "Oh, they paid you. This bunch of fools paid who?" That I can see through. That I should not say it because just to make you happy. No. It's not gonna work like that. Listen.
So we are remembering the day we declared Biafra, and in the near future we are going to celebrate our independence. Now we are not celebrating because our land is not totally liberated.
Did you hear that? Now we are not celebrating because our land is not totally liberated. Then as we play it further, while we are celebrating, pay attention.
And because we have not totally regained our total sovereignty, so when the time for celebration liberation comes, Biafra people will let Biafra know, and we are allowed to be open. We will all dance and rejoice in Biafra. The trumpet and the sound of the Nkere will be all over Biafra. And I'm here today in Washington, D.C. I'm at the capital of Washington, D.C., at the capital, Washington Center, the center of the capital. And today, while we are celebrating, and today.
Okay, I believe that is clear to you, right? Let's continue.
Also, there's a remarkable event going on in the capital today. Congressman Redmore, who President Donald Trump signed to get back to him on the CPC that Nigeria was designated because of the persecution of the Biafran Christians and the Nigerian Christians. He's going down in the capital here behind me. So please stay tuned and let's celebrate wisely and remember that today is our anniversary, but our Independence Day today is not yet available for those that are celebrating. That we already have our independence. We will not yet have our independence. Our land is still totally under our land is not yet totally liberated, and we have not totally regained our people's sovereignty. Thank you from here. Long live Biafra Republic. Long live United States of America. God bless you. Thank you.
Okay. Now, if there's anything you notice from the video, put it on the comment section. Now, his partner in crime, Sana Barawa, said the 2nd December 2025, historically the anniversary day of Biafran Declaration of the Restoration of Independence, happens to be the big day in U.S. Capitol Hill, where U.S. lawmakers gather today to decide the fate of Nigerian on Christian genocide and freedom of the indigenous people. Brigade lobbyist Elias and APM, live from Capitol Hill, 2nd December 2025, on Biafran political and diplomatic and international engagement. This is why I told you one of your Lai Mohammed is a saint to compare Sana Barawa. Lai Mohammed, if not even a saint and danger, which of them is more spiritual? Because the level of life from this young man is too much. And like Mohammed, you may say that he's suffering from maybe is it called dementia? Like somebody who is battling with loss of memory, something like that, because of old age. You may say that Lai Mohammed is almost in that level, almost at that level. So now Barawa, what is his own problem? That these people, Nkere and Elias, is there for political and diplomatic and international engagement. This event has nothing to do with Elias and son and Nkere. Nothing. They are just there. Notice me. Let's continue. I don't want to go for that. In fact, let me start with this one. This is Elias doing what they know how to do best, having handshake. And this one is still here, writing junk to back the photo shoot up, back it up. The same word, the same copy, all copy people in a car, take one with the same picture. Now, here, this is Mike Arnold. Mike Arnold is a man that actually granted that famous interview that put Ronald Mockery to his place. All right? He is the one that I'm on his page. 5 hours ago, as of time I'm recording the video, he made his publication and said, here is why Tinubu's ambassadorial appointments are a big mistake. I am in Washington, D.C. right now, meeting with the leading congressmen in charge of shaping Trump's engagement policy. They are already rightfully highly skeptical of Tinubu's desire to end the continuing violence, displacement, and kidnapping by specifically appointing dishonest people solely for their zeal in denying the atrocities he shows that his only intention is to cover it up and deflect attention. Every move he makes that more obvious. Disappointments are the icing on the cake. Like I said, he is not only tone deaf, he is deaf, dumb, and blind. He has no idea about the scrutiny they are under and how to deal with it. And he's dealing with it in all the wrong ways. In summary, what Mark is saying here is that Tinubu is trying to play down this obvious news that Christians are facing persecution and genocide is on. That he is there in this Capitol Hill, that claiming that because of Elias and the effort, that's why Sonapara is posting it every now and then after having handshake. You see, just like when you are, let's assume you are, as a parent, you went for your children PTA meeting in your children's school, and you decided to take picture in the school premises. You just decided to have a picture with your children or with maybe your children friends. You understand, the other students, or maybe between you and maybe the person that you went there with, and you want people to believe that you are the one that summoned teachers to have this meeting so that you can talk about the affairs of the students, whereas you are just there because you have time to attend because your child is a student there. Or maybe you don't even have a child there. You decide to hear what the school is doing during the PTA meeting, something like that. You can come along. Maybe I pretend that you are one of the guidance. Maybe you are one of the uncle of a student. You can be there to hear what they're talking about. That's exactly what Nkere did there. Mike is here, a man that has been engaging this thing from, constantly for a very long time now. Not only him, but his involvement in this, it cannot be denied. And it is very clear. People are seeing that the videos are everywhere. Okay? In the same venue, in the same meeting, that Nkere claiming that he's there, because believe it or not, this flag you are seeing him holding here, I don't think that he will hold it in that meeting. He will put it in his bag. Why did he carry bag? The bag is for what? To deceive you, so that you think that the vital document is there. Liars. Now, watch out. He claimed that he's there for something, right? This is people from Benue that was in the meeting as well with Mike Arnold. And this is his friend that was with him in Nigeria. This is Mike. Okay, this is his friends. I don't know. Let me just call him friend. This guy here is from Benue. This one I think is Benue as well. They were there. In fact, hear what they said.
And we had a big rally yesterday, and today.
No, I'm gonna take it back a little bit.
Big rally yesterday, and today.
Sorry about it.
Hello, Nigerians. It's a special day for us. I'm with the ex-speaker, Mike Arnold. I'm with Frank Otto, and I'll have Jeff on the side as well.
Jeff, yeah.
Nice with his house. Yeah. And great meetings are happening in the Hill. And we are making progress to end the genocide in Nigeria. My name is Stephen Osemike, and we had a big rally yesterday. And today, follow-up meetings are happening. So we just want you to talk about what you're up to, since you came to the audience.
Oh yeah, so we met yesterday with some of the key people at the State Department, and today some of the very key people that Trump has said to be in charge of this at the Capitol, and very eager to work with me, with us. I'm very thankful for the information we're able to provide, the insight, and this is going places. God is at work here.
God is at work. So Christians in Nigeria and all Nigerians that are concerned about the genocide, I believe help is coming. Justice is coming and help is on the way. I'm confident that we're not going to give up until justice is served, until the IDPs can go back home. This is not over.
That's right.
Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for all you do. And I'm sure you're going to leave a comment and thank Mike Arnold, the head shaker. What's the Nigerian name you have? Nigerian name?
Eze Ogochukwu Denye.
Okay, you heard. Eze Ogochukwu is his Nigerian name. All right, guys. Cheers. See you on the next one.
Okay, that is a mic for you. There's something I did not mention. You know, that's one I did not mention when I read what Mike wrote here. Let me go down again. Now, this is that right off from Mike. The man that just told you that his Nigerian name, which is of course Igbo name, Ugochukwu Eze, something like that. He's the one that wrote this. And remember, he's the one that actually put Reno where Reno belonged to. This right up here, there's something he said here that Tinubu is playing down on this Christian genocide. Not only that he's playing it down, that Tinubu he decided to appoint this. Look at it here. He called it ambassadorial appointment. So this appointment that Tinubu decided to appoint ambassadors, which Reno Mokri is one of his nominee, and who again governor Ipa, former governor of Abia State, and Ifa Ugwuanyi, former governor of Enugu State. These are people that made the list with so many other people. Mike is here telling you that Tinubu is trying to appoint these people, thinking that he's playing smart. These people that he set to appoint are well-known liars. And why Tinubu chose to appoint them? Because Tinubu felt that these guys have, these are experts in covering the truth and lies, and telling lies to the general public. They're appointing them, they're going to push these lies to the international community, which Tinubu don't realize that American eyes are very open. They know why you appointed them, and instead of Tinubu to do the right thing, he chose to do the wrong thing. That's what the write-up is talking about. Okay? Now, you have heard what these people said. Mike has spoken. You heard what they said, right? Compare it to what Nkere is saying. And so now I want you to understand. Now, let us read this write-up here. Update alert. We are still in Washington, U.S. Capitol for post-rally engagement with Stephen Osemewege, Mayor Mike Arnold. Does he call him mayor? He's not a mayor. He told you. you are sounding like a Reno Mokri. Okay? He said the earth shaker, Frank Otto. That is the one I told you from Benue State. All right? Yawata massacre survivor, which is Mike or Frank Otto. Jeff, the white guy close to Mike, documentary on Christians genocide in Nigeria. Justice is on the way for Nigerian citizens. That is what he put here, and he tagged it to Ten Cruz and many other people here. Now, let's continue. Nkere is here, doing what he knows how to do best. Picture here and there. Taking picture here and there. Look at him here. Okay? In the same place. And he posted, this is from his own handle. He posted and said, after today's meeting at the USA Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C., today, December 2nd, now, after today's meeting, it sounds as if he's meeting the people because of Biafran concern. Is that because of what? He just want to hear, want to hear what is going on as an audience, like one of the audience. Not that we were there having a very closed door meeting with people that matters. No. He said to go there just to deceive those who may not know the details of what happened. After today's meeting at USA Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C., today, December 2nd, 2025, mark 1 year, not Mike, mark 1 year of Biafran redeclaration, as if the meeting has to do with the Biafran declared. Two different things. He bringing them together because he managed to, to use the background to take picture. Biafran was redeclared on December 2nd. Biafran was declared on the 2nd of December, 1 year anniversary. Happy anniversary, my fellow citizens. Okay, Sona Barawa and their group are posting independent. Okay, to him is anniversary. This is a Sona Barawa post. Okay, this is post. I think let me look for the one where he talked about independence. This one is the same thing that he said. He keep on posting. Let me go down and look for, okay, maybe I'll remove that one. Just a moment. Let me get it up because I shared it yesterday. He said his anniversary. Okay, that independence is yet to come, according to him. Okay, let's see. All right, I want you to compare these two different messages that you're about to see now. Here, you can see what's on that because he's the one behind this very handle. Okay, he said 2nd December 2025, historically, the anniversary day of the Biafran declaration of the restoration of independence, happens to be the biggest day in U.S. Capitol Hill, where U.S. lawmakers gather today to decide the fact of Nigerian on Christian genocide and freedom of the indigenous people. Brigade lobbyist Elias and APM live from Capitol Hill, 2nd December 2025 on Biafran political, diplomatic, and international engagement at Okwasi, Kinduguya. Now compare this one. After today's meeting at USA Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C., today, December 2nd, 2025, mark 1 year of Biafran redeclaration. Biafra was declared December 2nd, 2024, 1 year anniversary. Happy anniversary, my fellow citizens. He tried his best to remove anything independent. This one. Whereas Sonai Banawa is putting it, of course. You get the point. Now, the issue is this. What do they even want to achieve? They are confused. This is the same way they told you that they're going to have a Congress briefing. They want to have Congress briefing. When the time first approached, they narrow it down to Congress hearing. Then that is the rest is history. And both briefing and hearing, Congress couldn't even appear there. The only thing that has to do with the Congress is the building, nothing more. And you can see that playing out today. But the issue of genocide, they are gathering, they're having meeting and deliberating on it simply because of what? People pushed it to that extent. How long did it take them to convey this message to congressmen that there's a genocide going on? And how long has it taken to what is the name of this guy? I say Ayo. How long has he spent making sure that he conveyed the message of Biafran movement and Biafran genocide, attack and destroying properties, Biafran freedom to congressmen? And why are they not talking about it at all? It simply means that the person claiming he's reporting it to them are not doing a good job, because he can manifest before he can use the interview of Nkere with this Gota. Use that interview to know what Nkere know about Biafra, to pass it to congressmen that he's having a handshake with. He don't know anything. I'm going to end it here. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would like to hear from you. Please don't forget to like the video, very, very important, and subscribe to the channel. Your comment is very, very important, especially on this thing that we have discussed so far. I want to know your take on it. God bless you. Bye-bye for now. Take care.